with our full written review to come soon. We're going to give you our impressions of the INOV-8 Terraultra G270, having hiked and run it in the rugged White Mountains of New Hampshire. Renee over in Nebraska on the dirt roads and single tracks, and Dawn up in the high Rockies. This is one incredible shoe, and we all think it's one of the best of 2020, and maybe some even think the best ever.
Hey, we're at the top of Mount Jackson in New Hampshire. You see Mount Washington behind us there, the highest peak in the Northeast. So we've come up some real granity wet stuff.
The G in the name stands for the graphene infused rubber outsole,
which gives it more durability. It's a very sticky rubber. We've been on a lot of wet granite, dry granite, a little bit of mud, maybe not the deepest mud grip because it's a 4mm lug, but it definitely has directional lug, so good all purpose. So what about the shoe? So the shoe has a 12mm midsole stack, 4mm lugs, and then this incredible upper. And then as part of the stack, which I'm estimating at about 21mm, it has the boomerang insole with TPU beads.
Powerflow Max midsole and 3mm more stack height than the 260. There's no rock plate in the mix. So they added more TPU to the mixture, and they say you get 20% more energy return. And I sure believe that from the feel here, which is very forgiving, fast, and responsive. And then when you add in the boomerang insole, INOV-8 says that has 40% more energy return than a normal insole and greater cushioning, and I sure felt that as well.
Okay, so in terms of weight,
about 9.1 ounces or 257 grams for this zero drop shoe.
So that's very, very light. So that's lighter than, for example, a Speedgoat Evo. It's in the class, say, of a Salomon Sense Pro 4. I really would compare it to that. A little bit less aggressive traction, but maybe more utility on a wider variety of trails.
Could be compared to the Ultra Superior, also a zero drop shoe.
So that's the price, $160. It's on sale now. So we're going to have our other testers chime in on their thoughts. I'm going to give you a few more of mine. We have Don in Colorado, outside of Boulder. He's a really accomplished ultra runner, third at Badwater in 2018.
Hey, what's up? Don Reichelt from Road Trail Run, and just wanted to share some first thoughts here about the INOV-8 Terraultra G270. And gosh, it's going to be hard for me not to share my excitement about this shoe. I'm just going to cut to the chase. This is probably one of, if not the best trail shoes I have ever run in. Zero drop, the cushion on this shoe is just unbelievably responsive without being mushy. It feels amazing. There's plenty of room in the toe box for me. It's an incredible shoe, you guys, and I have had just so much fun running in it. The tread's incredible. It does everything I've asked it for. Today I ran a little bit on road and it responded beautifully. It's amazing. This is a size 12.5. It comes in right at 11 ounces, which that's better than a lot of road shoes that I've tested this year. So hey, don't sleep on INOV-8. This shoe is a game changer.
And we have Renee in Nebraska, who runs mainly on dirt road and dirt single track.
Hi, this is Renee with Road Trail Run in Nebraska. My first run in the 270 was 19 plus miles on an almost entirely single track trail with about 2,600 feet of total elevation gain. I had enough confidence in the comfort, midsole, and stack height of the shoe to take it on a long run right from the box, and I'm not that experienced of a distance runner. Most of my running is on dirt and gravel country roads, which you see here. I still need to see how they function in mud, but they are very comfortable and quick, running up and down the rolling hills on both smooth and rough portions. My women's size 8 weighs approximately 8 ounces or 227 grams, and it feels even lighter when running. There are pros and cons, so make sure to read the full review for shoe comparisons, but overall, the Terraultra Terraultra G270 is one of my favorite road or trail shoes for 2020.
So I've already been on 2 hikes with our INOV-8. They have been just fantastic, and a big credit goes to the upper here. It has
What INOV-8 calls adapter fit,
which allows you to really, just with a single pull of the laces, cinch the upper over the foot. The tongue is relatively stiff, just creates a great wrap. Now if you look inside here, you can see the upper. It's a very dense, but you can see airy mesh. And our tongue, which has a kind of a stiffer top, just wraps the foot beautifully. The toe box has a softer toe bumper now, perfectly protective, and instead of the Kevlar, so it gives the shoe really nice climbing flex. I noticed that, of course, on my hike.
the upper is super airy and breathable, and it also, because we went through a lot of water, drains very fast.
And these overlays that really extend all over the upper just lock down the foot incredibly well. I think this is probably the best upper on trail shoe of this year, potentially ever. It has a very wide toe box for a INOV-8. INOV-8 started around 2005 in the UK as a trail shoe dedicated company. So they weren't a recycled road shoe with an outsole or
Or a hiking boot that was toned down.
So they always had light, low drop, fairly firm, and very snug uppers.
There's no question this is a true to size fit, especially if you've sized up in previous INOV-8s.
Hey everybody, here's the fit. It's a broad fit. It approaches a Topo or an Ultra, but it's super, super secure. And you can just yank down on the laces and it just locks in. But I think the adaptive fit allows you also to kind of loosen them a bit while still maintaining support as your feet swell. So you see they're pretty darn muddy. We've been coming over all kinds of stuff, from slabs to dry slabs to wet slabs to ankle deep mud to water, and they drain very, very fast. They don't seem to accumulate too much weight, and they've stayed nice and secure. If you're familiar with the 260, it had a Kevlar reinforced toe cap. Now we have a softer toe cap, which is perfectly protective. So what that leads to is better flex. They climb like crazy. I've also run them on trails, smoother single.
I also test them in Stratham Hill Park here in New Hampshire, where I test all trail shoes when I'm not in Utah. I set a segment PR on a flatter, very winding single track. They were great over very wet grass, and I came very close to a segment PR on an uphill.
So it's a very versatile shoe. It is a zero drop shoe. I'm not really noticing it because the Power Foam Max midsole here is a softer blend of what they used to have. It's a TPU EVA blend. It has a lot of bounce, a lot of life to it. It's not a maximal shoe, so you might think the name Ultra is a bit exaggerated, but I think people will find this a super versatile shoe. Certainly it's an incredible hiking shoe, and it's been a fast, shorter trail shoe for me.
Our full multi-tester review will be up very soon. This new shoe from INOV-8 is clearly a game changer and one of the best of 2020. Will it be one of the best ever for our testers?